Hey, all right, here we are again, guys. We've been waiting on this all morning. We were talking about this earlier. This is our guest that's in the studio today. We've got Rhasalon, and welcome into the podcast, guys. Thanks for being with us today. How's it going?
Great. Thanks for inviting us.
Great. I feel like we've done this before, guys. It's like deja vu.
Deja vu?
So those of you watching won't know this, but we attempted to record. We got about 10 minutes in, and Jay had a little technical issue. So we're
a little bit of a crash.
We're reshooting,
but that's okay.
We've had practice, right? So Jay, now can you introduce the band without looking? Ooh.
We're gonna yes, I can do this in order. So we have Marquinos, the drummer, over there on your left. And sitting next to him, we have our good friend Adamir. He's a bass player. And then next to Adamir is Vico. He's on guitars.
Hi, folks.
We have the lead singer of the band, Leonardo.
Hey, everybody.
And then on his other side is Grayson on guitars.
Hi.
Welcome in again, guys.
Hey, guys.
Good to talk to you. Thanks for joining us, man. Thanks for being with us today. So the studio that you're in there, is that where you record all of your music and practice?
Yes, sure. This studio belongs to Marquinhos, and he's the only guy in the band that really lives from music. And so we do our practicing here, and we record all of our songs here.
And Marquinos has a little bit of a side project there. It's like I found out it's like a folk trio, correct?
Yeah, and besides that folk trio, he has a couple of bands I think he's playing in, and but he has this folk group that is great. It's called Focus Trio, and yes, another band called Captain Cornelius.
Oh, I love it.
It's also like Irish punk band. You guys should see that on the YouTube. We're gonna send you the link later on. It's a fantastic band as well, and a lot of other projects. So he's the musician of the band.
So
right
now
on.
you guys. Sorry, Jay. I learned.
No.
Watch, I was paying attention the first time. You guys have been together as a band for about 20 years, right? This year, is that right?
Yeah. This year is going to be, we are completing this year, celebrating this year, 20 years on the road, let's say like that.
And over the 20 years, who started the band?
The band was started by Adamir and another guy that is no longer with the band, that is called Mauro, a very good friend of us. So they had the idea, and they invited, at that time back in 2000, they invited Vico and Marquinhos, and they had another lead singer at that time, and it didn't work out, so they invited me later in 2001, I think March 2001. So they invited to make some tests, to make a test and an audition, and I'm here. The rest is history, man.
Yeah, and it's some great music, man. I've been listening to you guys for a while, and as I talked about previously, earlier in the podcast before you guys came on, I let everybody know the relationship that you and I have, Leonardo, and how we know each other. So I've been familiar with the band for quite some time. I really have to recommend that everybody goes over to your YouTube channel, because you guys have some great videos over there. And I've been going through the entire catalog over there, man. And I didn't realize that you guys did a cover of Seek and Destroy by Metallica, which is incredible, man. You guys did a fantastic job.
Thanks.
So,
in fact, that was not, we didn't record that in an album. We did a live session in the studio, and just to promote the band and to have some videos to promote the band. And we recorded that besides the Seek and Destroy from Metallica. We have recorded also a live in studio, Breaking the Law from Judas Priest, Phantom of the Opera from Iron Maiden, and also Symphony of Destruction from Megadeth.
I haven't run across the Megadeth, but I did watch the Iron Maiden Phantom of the Opera, which was very well done, guys. Very well done. I'm impressed.
So
really good
you
stuff.
You can check these guys out on Apple Music. I found there are 2.5 albums. So Dark Walls is on Apple Music. Dr. Death from 2016, the full album is on, and The Lord of Darkness from 2010 is also the full album is on Apple Music. I think there are 3 tracks right now from Dark Walls that are on there. And guys, I have got to say, listening to that, which I listened to first, and then listened to the other albums, you have found everything is just polished. It is there. The band is so together on these last 3 songs that I heard that it's just tight. Everything is just fantastic. So I guess that's the 20 years worth of working together, right? You guys have figured it out.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I would say that we are passing through a period of time here where the creation of the songs are very, very unique. I would say like that. We have changed some features of our music. We have lowered some. How would I say that?
The tuning of the
yes, we have lowered the tuning of the instruments and a little bit.
Yeah.
And also, Marquinhos is doing a very, very nice job on the production side.
That's him. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that was going to be one of our questions for you, because Keith and I both were extremely impressed with the production of these last 3 songs that you guys have done. This EP is incredible, guys. I've enjoyed it. My favorite. Speed is a great song, man. No doubt about it. I love it. It gets you going, man. You want to get in your car and just drive. I get the lyrics. The lyrics are great. I get it.
That is the point of that song, because I wrote that song, music and lyrics. And when I wrote that song, I was thinking about that. So you get to the point where I mean in the song, because it's that the pleasure of being inside the car, hitting the gas, high volume, and feeling the engine and so on. That is the meaning of the song. So you get the point.
Yeah, I get the point.
I did my job.
Yeah, you did your job, man. It's fantastic. And the video, I'm not sure who's filming your videos for you, who's doing that work, but it was a great location. Being in a salvage yard. So again, for our audience and your audience, if you haven't seen that video, hang on over to their YouTube channel and you can find that. We'll have some links up on our website for you to go over there to check that out. But it was really well done. It was great. It's the perfect setting. But Dark Walls, man, I told you, I had a conversation with you, Leonardo. That's one of my favorite songs that you guys have done. I love the really low tuning on that song. It's my description of a song like that is it's very chunky. It's almost like it's like something you might get out of, like, say, a Soundgarden with that real chunk to it. Really, 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 really good, man. I love that song.
I love it as well, and besides the chunky side you said, I would say that has a kind of groove, man. That is, I love that song. That song, the music was written by Vico, and I told you that the lyrics were written by my daughter.
Yeah,
that's right.
That's fantastic.
Proud,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
She made she was doing a school paper and in Portuguese, of course, and she told me, I did this poetry here, and when I saw the poetry, I said, oh man, can I steal that from you? So I did in English, and I showed the guys here, And the guy said, "Man, that's fantastic." And you know, it's a very dark song. You know, it's very, very strong, the lyrics. And when Vico came up with this music, and I said, "Man, these lyrics were written for that." You know, it's just like if she has written the song for that music.
Did you give her a writing credit?
Yes, sure.
There you go. There you go. She's got her first.
We have all of our lyrics are available. There's a very nice website that is called darklyrics.com.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, it's
all the lyrics, our lyrics are there. So if you look there, she's going to be credited on the song.
We'll also put a link up on the website, which will be your page on our website, by the way, and we'll put a link to the lyrics as well. And the lyrics are great in all of the songs.
Here, let's do this, Jay. So we've got a page set up and dedicated to the band. Do you want to go ahead and tell everybody how to find that info?
Yep, I sure can, man. So you need to go over to www.parchcounterguru.com, and up in the left upper left
forward slash.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. If they want to go directly there, but is it going to be in the drop down menu? Are you going to do that for our fans?
I don't know. I might.
Yeah, so we'll see. So it'll be parchcounterguru.com/Rhasalon.
There you go.
Okay,
we're going to put links to lyrics, videos, music, of course. Right? What am I forgetting?
Yes. We'll put tour dates if they've got a list of the the dates that they're playing.
Link to their,
give us that, and we'll put that up. Speaking of that, guys, if you want to see these guys live in concert, you have to go to you have to travel a great distance if you're in the U.S. So, guys, why don't you tell everybody where you guys are based out of?
All right, we are here in Brazil. Okay, we are in the southern area of Brazil, in the state of Santa Catarina, in a town called Rio do Sul, and we are in the very south of Brazil. It's completely different when people from abroad think about Brazil. They think about Rio de Janeiro and all this kind of stuff. We're in the very south. It's completely different, and Jay can describe that because he has been here once.
Yes, it's a beautiful part of the world, man. No doubt about it. I enjoyed my travels there. Great food. They know how to cook a steak, Keith. I'll tell you that right now. If you Oh, trust me. I said I had meat overload when I was there, man. But if there's any such things. But so that's very near the Uruguay and Paraguay borders. Is that correct?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, driving 12 hours driving.
Look at Jay showing off his geography knowledge, everybody.
Yeah, well, they're south. They're for quite a bit south of São Paulo and Rio de Janeiro.
Okay, so Grayson, Vico, I've got a burning question here. As I listen to a lot of your stuff, many times, I'm hearing the guitars in octaves. Are you guys doing that as you record it? Is one of you playing the high part and one of you play? How are you doing that?
Sorry, I didn't understand.
So I hear a lot of the guitar riffs in a lot of the songs in octaves. Is that each of you, one of you playing a high octave and the other one playing a low octave, or how are you accomplishing that?
Yeah. You're talking about when
the twin guitars,
like the harmonizing guitar.
Yeah,
correct.
Yeah, right.
I usually play the higher one. Grayson plays the lower one, and when I compose these parts, Grayson also composed these parts too. But when I compose these parts, I always my influence is Iron Maiden. Okay? And Ademir composed these harmonized guitars too, but his style is a bit different of mine.
It's almost a signature sound that you guys have, because it is a little bit different, but it's unique. So it's something that I hear a lot in the album, and I go, you could not tell me who the band is, and I'm almost to the point now where I could tell it's you because of that sound.
Yeah, it's unique. Yeah.
Man, thank you very much. This is, as a band, this is the kind of stuff we are working to hear from people, that they have a kind of unique sound. And talking about that, and talking about composing and so on, most of the musics are composed by Ademir. Most of them. Okay, and so we have this huge influence from Iron Maiden that you can hear that on our songs, but we are trying to put that in our own way, and that's what Vico was talking about, and his way to compose is a little bit different, right?
I'm a bit of eclectic.
Eclectic, yeah.
If you hear, for example, Where Demons Fly is very different from Dark Walls. That is very different from Surviving the Judgment. And I don't get stuck in a single style. It depends on what I'm hearing at that moment. For example, when I was composed Where Demons Fly, I was hearing a lot of what's the name of that band?
Rhapsody of Fire. Rhapsody. You know this band, Rhapsody of Fire?
Yes.
In Italy.
Yes, I've heard of those guys.
Rhapsody, and now they are Rhapsody of Fire or something like that.
Yeah. I've run across them. Yes, that's good stuff, man.
So if Ademir is doing a lot of the composing, if I understood that correctly, then that makes sense to me, because then I hear things in the bass at times that are melodic. And a lot of bass players aren't melodic. They're basically keeping time. They're looking at the drummer keeping time, right? But that's different with you guys. There's some actual musical stuff going on in the low end, which is pretty cool.
There's some intricate pieces there. When I listen to Ademir play bass, it blows me away at how good he is, man. You're a great bass player, Ademir. I love it, man. You guys are all great musicians, no doubt about it, and that's why we wanted to have you guys on, because we want to help spread the word and get you guys noticed here in the U.S. even more, man, because there's room for it. When I hear you guys, I do hear your influences: Helloween, Judas Priest. I hear the Metallica, I hear the Iron Maiden, I hear all of that stuff, man. And we all have those influences. I think if you're into hard rock and heavy metal, we all love those bands that I just mentioned. But one band I haven't heard you guys talk too much about, and I think, Leonardo, you and I have talked about these guys together in the past when we've just been hanging out having beers, whether it be in Las Vegas or down there. But Sepultura is an extremely popular band out of Brazil. What are your thoughts on those guys? Are they a little heavier than you guys, you think, or no?
We love them. But they are kind of heavier than us. They are more like, they used to be like a death metal band or thrash metal band. They started as a death metal band. Then they became a kind of thrash metal band, and now they have a very nice, if you had a chance to watch this movie of Sepultura, is available on Netflix. It's called Sepultura Endurance. You watch that.
Okay.
It is a blowing away movie, documentary.
Okay.
And, you're gonna see some guys from Anthrax and so on. They are telling how they met the Sepultura guys and so on, the Sepultura music.
Yeah.
And they kind of invented this groove metal or new metal when they released the Roots album, Roots, Bloody Roots. So, but they are kind of heavier than us.
Yeah,
we love their songs. Vico and I used to have a band before Rhasalon.
Neighbors Agony.
The name of the band was Neighbors Agony.
Neighbors Agony. I got you. That's great, man. I love it, man.
And we used to cover some Sepultura songs at that time. And in fact, we played everything. Remember, we played from the Ramones to Iron Maiden, passing by Metallica, Black Sabbath, and The Exploited, and Sex Pistols.
Helmet.
Motorhead, yeah.
Yeah. A lot. Cheers. A lot of stuff. And we used to play some Sepultura songs as well. And we loved them. We're proud of them. They brought the Brazilian music into the world, into the heavy metal, all around the world, man.
And you guys, in my opinion, are at their level, but just a little different in the genre. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I wanted to bring that up. You guys are that good, man.
So, Leonardo, since you brought up death metal, since you mentioned death metal, okay, now I gotta ask this. So, a lot of times when people hear the term metal, they think death metal, and there's this stereotype that goes towards a very negative lyric experience. The lyrics are typically pretty dark, and you've got some of that, but a lot of your stuff deals with personal redemption, the path out of darkness, that sort of stuff, right? A lot of the lyrics. That's a recurring theme in almost everything that I heard. Probably, if there were 10 tracks on an album, probably 6 or 7 of those tracks kind of spoke in that direction. So tell me a little bit about, like, that's not a mistake. Obviously, that's intended, right? Tell me a little bit about that writing process. And I guess what I want people to know is don't fall for the stereotypes, because if you listen to the lyrics in the music, they're pretty positive a lot of the time.
Yeah. I would say that the lyrics composed from the band are Ademir and I.
Okay.
All the musics. It's my music. My lyrics.
And we've learned your daughter too, though. By the way.
Right.
All right.
Now we have another member to write songs.
Yeah, we have another composer. That is my daughter. His name is Ellen, by the way.
Okay.
Maybe it's a great coincidence that Leonardo and we just have wrote the lyrics. The lyrics, but okay.
Yeah. And the point is, there was never a kind of rule or a kind of stereotype. It's just like when I write the lyrics, is based on something I'm feeling at that moment, or if I read a book, or if I watch a movie, or if I'm watching the news on TV, and everything can influences me.
Okay, well then, if you're gonna, since you said that, you have to tell me what prompted you to write The Final Meeting.
Final Meeting.
You wrote that, right?
Yes, I'm the guy that wrote. I wrote the music and I wrote the lyrics.
Okay, let me set everyone up for this before you explain. This is probably the darkest of all the songs of Rhasalon's that I've listened to. It's pretty desperate. Gun at my head, sweat on my brow. Should I pull the trigger? So tell us what was going on, because that's a pretty dark.
So Leonardo can explain, because he wrote the song.
Man, it was just I would say that it was a kind of a metaphoric lyric from a period of time that I was living in. I'm not a suicidal guy. It never came to my mind. But I was listening to some music at that time. I don't remember exactly, but I don't know if it was Ozzy Osbourne or something like that. And I remember that I read a part of a lyric that was talking about suicide. And I thought at that time that some people, from time to time, you hear about people that are passing through a very dark period in their life. And they can, how can I say, aguentar? They can't hold the burden.
There you go.
What I mean.
There you go.
Yeah, got you. Yeah. There you go.
Okay, what I'm going to do?
That's our way to give them a little push.
So I almost pulled over when I heard that song. Jay and I lost a friend recently, and it was somebody that we all used to work together. You probably know him, but I have a feeling that song is going to speak to a lot of people. It's just really powerful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it is. It is. It is.
Once again, when I wrote that song, and when I wrote if you listen, for example, there is a song from the Dr. Death album that is called Gods. Ademir came up with this song.
Love it.
And he said, I don't have a lyric. And he played the song to me. I said, okay, can I write a lyric? Because when he played the song, the lyrics just pop up in my head. And I wrote the lyric like in 5 minutes, just right down. Because I was watching to some religion bullshit. With people, extreme religion people that they blow themselves because of God, and they kill because of God. And I think this is bullshit, man. There is just one translation for the word God, in my opinion, that is love. So there's no God. There's no God without love. And what is love? Love is not killing.
God's, which is on God's is on Dr. Death, came out in 2016, but is still very much. It's really a commentary on what's going on now in the news. If you just read or listen to the lyrics, it's going to feel like he wrote this yesterday. It's that relevant.
It's great stuff. Countdown. For me, have you heard Countdown off the new EP?
Yes.
Keith, did you listen to it?
One of the three. Yes.
Yeah,
I
one of the
listened
three.
to that
The lyrics
first.
in that.
I started at the most recent stuff and then worked my way backwards.
I get it.
You probably got it, Jay.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Lyric back in 2014, maybe 13. Countdown. And I lost a brother in 2012, and my father in 2013. So I don't need to tell you anything, beyond that.
Life is short. Life is short. Life is very short, my friend. Yep. And I got it immediately, and I knowing you, I put two and two together, and I was like, wow, this is nice tribute, man. I get it.
So
yes,
I want to put
on the other side. You have lyrics like "Where Demons Fly" from
right. Yeah.
So, I wrote that song. I wrote not the song, the lyrics. Drinking a bottle of wine myself. I was in my kitchen, and I was drinking. I was alone. My wife was at the college or something like that at that time. It was. I wrote that song back in 2003, maybe, and was listening to a band from here that is called Steel Warrior, and they have a band. They have a song that they start the song with this phrase, "Crossing the mist," and I thought that crossing the mist, that is fantastic, and I started writing crossing the mist, and I had the lyric, and I presented the lyric to Vico, and I said, I'm gonna write a music for that, a song, and I just finished the lyric. I add some phrases to the lyric, and so it depends of what we are passing through, or what we are listening to, what we are watching, and that there's no rule for the lyrics.
Right, and so you're one of those guys, or you guys are you're one of those bands that I'm when I write stuff, I'm similar to that as well, which is it's about what's going on in the time, but I will reflect back on our past history, which you guys have also reflected on past history, and I pick up a lot of that in some of your lyrics as well. I have a question for you though. What I want to know, out of your entire catalog of music, what was the most favorite song that you've played live? What do you like to play live? What is your most favorite song that really gets the crowd going and really gets your blood flowing?
I think everybody might have a different answer in the band.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
So everybody. So let's hear it.
Qual a tua favorita pra tocar?
Wait, Marquinhos, go first.
Marquinhos. Tua música
No, I'm kidding.
Qual a tua favorita pra tocar? Nossa.
Where Demons Fly.
Where Demons Fly. Countdown. The new one.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Countdown's good, yes.
Como baterista, esqueci o nome da música. Escape from Hell.
Escape from Hell. Okay.
Like it, yeah. I think that The Lord of Darkness is a great song to play. Yet from the first album, I think Escape from Hell is a great song. Dr. Death, there are songs that when we play alive, they are very powerful. One Fair Word, cara, eu acho bastante.
One Fair Word.
Yeah,
but to play alive, para tocar ao vivo. Okay.
And Speed is a great song as well.
Yeah.
Vico?
The one I like most to play as a guitar player is Where Demons Fly. I think the feeling is very good, but we didn't play this song for a long time live. But now one of the musics I like to play most is Speed. I think it's the one that people on the audience likes very much.
You see,
Speed is.
we see a reoccurring theme here because. Yeah, it's that adrenaline, man. It's the adrenaline.
Everybody likes driving songs.
Yeah, in my case, it's I'm the front man. So these guys they need to be concentrated in their instrument, and I have just a mic. So I'm seeing the people. So I love when people sing our song. So I love to play alive The Lord of Darkness, because people sing the chorus with us. It's fantastic. I love to play. There is another song from the first album that it's almost that we can't stand to play that song any longer, because it's the first song we ever wrote. That is Back from Heaven. It's something like, oh man, we can't stand to play that any longer.
What a song!
But it's great because people sing the song together with us.
This song is older than the band.
This song is older than the band. They had the song before we had Rhasalon.
Before. And
wow.
So is it?
And I love to play also. Dr. Death is a great song to play live, but
I don't like to play this song.
He doesn't like that song.
I always make mistakes on the solo part.
But let me tell you one thing. My favorite song so far is the 3 ones from the last album, from the last EP. I love to play live. I'm in love with Dark Walls, with Speed and Countdown. I don't know.
I'm
these
telling
songs
you, those
has
3
a kind of
songs
energy that
sound
they
amazing.
are new songs, but people got kind of shocked. They would never expect that we could came up with this kind of music.
They are fantastic. It is so great. They sound so great.
Grayson,
Gray's opinion.
Yeah, Grayson. Okay. Grayson, what about you?
My favorite one is Escape from Hell. I love
Escape from Hell.
Okay. I love this song.
That's a good one, man.
Quiet guy. You got to watch him, man.
Yeah, Escape from Hell. Yeah.
Final meeting. It's a great song to play live, but unfortunately we
haven't played. We haven't played a final meeting for a long time alive, and maybe should put on our set list later on, for the next gigs.
Okay.
So go ahead, Jay.
I was going to ask him one other thing about playing live. Actually, there's 2 parts to this. The first part is, what do you think the largest crowd you've played before?
Crowd.
We really don't know, man.
Yeah, that
Iceberg Festival.
It's a nice festival, but it's not so huge, the crowd is not so large. Okay, there is a bikers meeting, motorbikers meeting in our town, where we have played for more than 1,000 people, and we could get their attention, because in this kind of meetings, they are all drunk and so on, but we could get their attention to us, and we played there for how many times? Because they have like once a year, like 5 times. We have played like 5 times. At this meeting is once a year, and it's a nice venue, man, and it's a huge crowd. It's a huge crowd.
What do you say? Maybe 2,000-3,000 people, or maybe yeah. So, that's good size, man. That's a really good.
Let's talk. You guys have some shows coming up? Do you want to mention anything that's on the calendar?
I need to mention that we have just played a very nice festival here that is Iceberg that you just mentioned, Jay, and it was great. This festival is growing up. It's a kind of, it's not an old festival here in the area, but it's growing up. It's a very nice festival, and we'll be playing another festival. It's called Otacílio Rock Festival, and we're gonna play with some very, great bands, national bands, and it seems that we're gonna have some bands from Paraguay or something like that.
That sounds fun, man.
We're gonna play in June. We're gonna play a festival in the south of Santa Catarina, in a city called Laguna, and we're gonna play the Laguna Metal Festival. It's gonna be a huge festival, and we're gonna have bands from Uruguay, from Paraguay, from all around the country. It's gonna be a very, very huge festival. And during the Iceberg Rock, I was talking to the guy that is organized, the promoter of the festival, and we're gonna go there. We're gonna play probably Saturday night on around 9 p.m. That is one of the best times to play here in Brazil. So we are very excited to play there.
Yeah. So So for those of you who are geographically challenged that are listening to this podcast right now or watching it, which, by the way, you can check this podcast out over on our YouTube channel for if you want the video, which I recommend.
Where would I find that, Jay?
That way, you would find that over on youtube.com, and that would be /Parts Counter Gurus. Or is it Parts Counter Gurus?
It's just Parts Counter Gurus.
Just Parts Counter Gurus. Or you can check us out on any of our audio podcasts, which is going to be over on Apple Podcast. We're Google Play, Google Podcasts, Spotify. We are all over, and you can go to our website, which is partscounterguru.com, and you can go up there. We've got a link to the podcast, and everything that we mention on this particular show will be there as well.
Now, the band is also on Spotify, and we will put a link to their stuff.
Yes, they are.
Those are the two places here in the United States we were able to find them, was Apple Music and Spotify.
Right.
Let's put that in the Rhasalon, like Parts Counter Gurus /Rhasalon, which is
Rhasalon.
SALON. I've gotten good at that.
Right, and you are getting good at that. And so
nice.
So, and back to the geography. What I was trying to bring to the attention of is that right now it's summer for you guys, and you mentioned that you'll be playing something in June, so it's a little cooler that time of year for you guys. So,
as the opposite of you guys, as souther you go, as colder you get.
Yeah. So
you know?
for us it's north. Yeah.
Right. For you guys it's north. For us it's the opposite. We are getting close to Uruguay and Argentina.
Oh, the equator, my friend. The equator. It's an enemy.
So we've got, now the band has a song that they are about to release. It comes out in, well, as we're recording this, we're going to try to release it, I think, about the time the song comes out. Here's the question, Jay.
Yep.
Do we play the song for everybody and then get the band to talk about it? Or do we get the band to talk about it and then play the song? What do you think?
I want the band to talk about it first, to give them a little bit of background before it, and then we can play that song.
So Madness is the name of the song. And Leonardo, I'll let you kind of explain when it's coming out and tell us about the song. I will say that I heard it. I don't know that I was supposed to hear it yet, but I heard it. It's probably the most impressive vocal work that I've heard out of you on all of your stuff because of the range. I mean, you're literally like starting out way up here, and then you're going all over the place. So it's pretty cool. But do you want to tell us a little bit about Madness, when it comes out, and what's going on, like behind the idea for that song?
Sure. Let me tell you about the release. Okay, we're gonna release this single. We're gonna have two songs. Okay, the single is gonna be called Madness. Is the name of one of the songs. The other one is Enemy. Okay, but to talk about those songs, I'm gonna ask Ademir to talk a little bit about, because he wrote those songs. I was just the guy that was singing those songs.
Okay.
Yeah, lyrics and music was composed by Ademir from these two songs. Okay. You heard Madness, but there is another one that is called Enemy that your guys are going to hear as well. That is fantastic. And he's the guy that wrote those songs.
Okay, so I was trying to do it, to create a different kind of song, but I think for me it was difficult because all the songs and the lyrics and that I write, it's very similar to Iron Maiden because it's my great influence. And maybe I think that Enemy, it's very similar to the other songs that I create from Dr. Death. And I think that Madness, I was trying to create something different I didn't think that Leonardo could sing in a different way, but he was great when we started to rehearse the song, and I saw that the the song was going on, and so the song, it will be very, very great.
Yeah. It was very difficult to sing that song.
Yeah, but Leonardo is singing the song in a different way. If we compare with the other
Death
songs,
or Lord of Darkness.
Lord of Darkness, his vocal is very different. And I'm really proud that you like the song, because for me it's great. It's a kind of prize, and in fact this is one of my favorite songs that I have written and created. And so I think that it will be very fantastic to release it and to show for everybody.
Yeah, I have to agree with Keith. I think it's a great song as well, and I think that you guys are going to be surprised by the attention you're going to get from that song. I think it's ready for play, a lot of play. I think it's going to get a lot of downloads.
I heard it, and I went back and looked to make sure it was you guys.
We hope so.
Yeah, I literally had the thought, ooh, they got a new lead singer. When I heard it. I thought, when I heard it, I thought, wait a minute, the band got a new lead singer, because it's a little bit different.
It is. It's different than what you normally do, Leonardo, in your vocal. And I love your vocal style. And I knew you had range. I mean, because we've hung out together, and I've heard you sing a little bit off on the side and stuff, man. And you have some good influences. Beer karaoke, yeah, that's right.
No, let me bring up a little story here. Remember when we were at that place in Vegas, inside the Venetian?
Yes.
And we are at the bar, and we are. I don't know if Keith know that or not, but we are in a bar inside the Venetian in Las Vegas, and we are in that bar drinking a lot of, Pim was there, Tony was there, a lot of people. The Italian guys from Tony was there,
right?
And we heard that music, and I don't remember the name of the band. Said, oh, that's a different version of that song, and. In fact, there was a band playing behind the wall. Remember that?
Yeah.
And then we went there to see the band, to watch the band. They were playing a lot.
Yeah. That bar was called the Rock Bar, appropriately named. But it was a good beer and whiskey bar as well. But it's no longer there. They've closed it down, man.
So. Let's do this. Let's play Madness for everybody to listen to. This is the release date is what, Leonardo? What February 20?
Okay, let me just ask you. Now we need to make a pause here.
Hey, quick break in the podcast here, guys. Just this portion of the podcast brought to you by Marquinos Ale. Found only in small quantities somewhere in South America. It's not quite ready yet, but by the time you watch this, it will be. All right,
comes with a steak. Comes with a steak.
Happy birthday to Vico. Also, we completely forgot to mention this earlier, but by the time you watch this, his birthday will have already passed. But while we're recording this, it's his birthday.
Yeah.
So, Madness. Okay, back to Madness. I don't know that we ever left Madness, did we? We're still in Madness. So, comes out on February 21st, and it's coming out there's a B-side also. How are you going to do that on a digital release?
We're going to release it as a single, okay? As a single, okay? And it's gonna be there's gonna be 2 songs on that single. One is gonna be Madness, that named the album, okay, and the other one is gonna be Enemy, right? Enemy. Yeah. Okay. Both songs are composed by Ademir.
Same day. Same day. They're both out the same day.
Yeah. Okay. As an EP, right? Like we did with Dark Walls, with 3 songs. now we're gonna release one with 2 songs.
Okay.
All right, that sounds fantastic. And are there plans for videos for either one of these? Just like Speed or anything like that, or?
Sure. Yeah, sure. But first, we're gonna shoot a video for Dark Walls.
Oh, nice, man! I can't wait for that.
And maybe this is gonna sound familiar for you, Joey. But we're gonna shoot this video in a foundry here in Rio do Sul.
Oh man, that'll be great because it's so dark.
And you've been to this foundry before.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I
right?
know exactly where you're talking about, man. Yeah.
I feel so left out.
I talked to some people, and we're gonna shoot a video for Dark Walls inside the foundry.
You know
and,
what?
This is sorry.
You know what? Guess what I have? I may have some photos.
Oh yeah, sure you have.
I have some photos, my friend. Yeah, I could leak some photos now, but I'm not going to do it.
And this is going to be done. We have some schedules here.
Email it to me before this podcast airs.
and we have a kind of schedule, okay, planned for after the next gig we're gonna start practicing new songs that we have, and we have 5 more songs. Yeah, 5 more songs. You know, to be practiced, we need to finish the composing of the songs, and you know, and so. After the next gig that is going to be by mid-February, we're going to start finishing the composing of these songs. And in the meantime, before the next gig that is going to be in June, we're gonna shoot this video for Dark Walls. And then after June, our goal is to record another video. So we have a few videos that should come up till the end of this year.
That's great. That's awesome. So, all right. So why don't we go ahead and hear the song, "The Madness"? We're gonna listen to that, and then just remember, after the song, I want to talk to you a little bit more about the video. So let's go ahead and take a listen, Keith.
Yeah, and I just want to say before we play this, and I'm pretty excited to be able to introduce some of our fans to this. Do not stop here. So this is a little bit of a different sound for these guys. You heard them explain why. You heard them talk a little bit about the process they went through to write this. Go back and listen to some of the other stuff to get the complete picture. This is quickly becoming one of my favorite songs that they've done, but don't sell yourself short. Go listen to some of their, I guess it's safe to say at this point, older stuff now. And you're going to appreciate it too. All right, so without further ado, here is Madness.
Reach
All right. So, man, that's a great song. I tell you, man, I just absolutely loved it, man. So the video, we were talking about videos earlier, man. But what do you imagine this one would be like? And talk a little bit about that. If you shot a video for this, talk a little bit about that. Let's get into this song.
Okay. Let me tell you one thing. There is a place that we are looking up. There are two places that we have in mind to shoot a video, because Madness is going to be one of the videos that we'd like to shoot this year. And there are two places we are thinking about. One, just for you to have an idea, is a very, very, for us here in Brazil, is a very old hospital in a town near our town. It's a very old hospital. And if you go and if you look
straight jackets,
the booklet, maybe Grayson has an idea. Because Marquinhos left the band a few years ago. He's left the band, so we replaced him with another drummer, with a few another drummers. Then he came back, and the drummer that was playing with before he came back, his name is Guto, and he's a very nice guy, a very friend of us, very good friend of us, and Grayson has an idea to put him in the Madness position.
Oh yeah,
maybe, I don't know. And but if you pick up the Dr. Death, I know that you, Jay, did the physical Dr. Death with you. If you go to the booklet and look at the pictures of Dr. Death, we took those pictures in that very old hospital. So
yeah, okay.
We know the place, so we know that we have a very good footage over there. But when we were entering the venue where the Iceberg Rock took place, we saw this house, man. It's a very old house, abandoned, like a haunted house. It's just like a haunted house. Yeah. And we saw that, and we said, man, we should do something here. So maybe
this is asking for us to shoot a video.
It's gonna be there. I don't know. So we are finding the place. So
that's great.
It's we don't have the capital, the money to make a production for videos like Speed. We did it ourselves. The script and the footage, everything was done by ourselves. One friend came up and make the filming, but we did it ourselves. We said, okay, you go there and film that and film this like this and so on. We spent like an afternoon shooting the video. Okay, just an afternoon shooting the video. Like in 3 hours, 2 to 3 hours to shoot the video. So
That's
we
great.
don't have money to make a production. So we think a professional one, yes.
Well, it looks
you
very
got
good.
Pretty close, yeah.
You guys did really good, man.
Yeah.
The guy did the filming, and all the production, besides that, the editing and so on, was done by Marquinhos. He's the guy responsible for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
He's not here now. He's taking care of our video right now.
Checking the camera.
He's checking the camera right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're missing Marquinhos, he's behind the scenes. He's behind the scenes.
He keeps running around.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, he's making more beer.
Yeah.
So
I just lost the beer.
So let's, just so that we don't run them out on their camera time. Jay, do you want to quickly just kind of mention all the social stuff and where to find us, where to find info on the band, and
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So first off, I'll start off with our website, which is partskinoguru.com. And to get to the Rhasalon page, you're going to go partskinoguru.com. It'll be /Rhasalon. There you will be able to get to their YouTube channel. I'm thinking that we're going to have some links up there so you can go out there and get their music. I've put together a little bit of a biography on the guys. There'll be some nice pictures there as well that we've thrown up there just so you guys can familiarize yourself with them. You can check our podcasts out on YouTube for the video side, and that is youtube.com/Parts Counter Gurus. If you want to listen to the audio podcast, which is great as well.
Sorry.
Yeah, hey, horns up. There you go.
Can we change the thumbs up to a horns up for this video? Do you think YouTube will let us do that?
Can we put a horns up? Yeah. So, yes, while you are on YouTube for not only the Rhasalon page, but our page as well, or channel, I should say, thumbs up and ring the bell. That way you'll get notified when new videos come out. And every little bit helps us all out with that. Over on our website, like I said, you've got links to the audio podcast. We're on Spotify. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on Google Play. We're on Google Podcasts. We're on Stitcher. We're on TuneIn. You name it, we're there. Keith is taking care of us. I don't know yet, and we haven't really committed to this yet, so I can't promise our audience this. But if Rhasalon can put a link up out there for us, if you want to sell some of your T-shirts, we want to get some T-shirts sold. Maybe we can work on that. I don't know, but just reach out to us. We have you can put reach out to us in a comment on our website. There is a comment section there for us. You can email us and let us know. So there you go. Keith, did I miss anything, man? Is there anything I missed?
You got it, buddy. Okay. I just want to thank the band for making time to do this. It was our great privilege to be able to introduce these guys to a lot of the American audience, but really anybody around the world that's watching and listening. So thank you guys for coming on the show as I smack the mic here and just spending time with us. It was pretty cool to get you all in the same room together.
Right on.
And
in fact, we appreciate that, guys. We appreciate the opportunity to talk a little bit about our music, about our band. Okay, it's a privilege for us to be introduced to your audience, man. Thank you so much.
Yes. Good music. Good music is universal, right?
Yeah, it is. I've got a couple of things, a couple of requests though, Leonardo. Okay, and the band, the whole band. I've got a request. Okay, can I hear it? You want to hear it? Okay, here we go. So I promise you, and I've said this to you many times, that I'm coming back to Rio do Sul. Okay, I'm going to do that. I will, and I will let you know. But I'm going to come down for a festival that you guys are playing. Okay?
Okay.
I want to introduce you guys when you come out on the stage. I want to be the guy. I want to be the MC. I want to introduce you.
Hey.
We have a deal.
Does that sound good?
Hey, wait. He hasn't. He didn't realize what he just did, guys. Jay, how's your Portuguese?
I don't need. I got Leonardo, man.
Oh, okay.
Man, we have a deal.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there's a two-parter. There's two parts to this. Okay. So
now we're all on the edge of our seat.
Okay.
Here. Okay.
So
now it's a bit expensive one.
Right. So
that's right.
So we all know that you guys have a YouTube channel. We have a YouTube channel, right? We all need subscriptions. So at your next big live gig, you need to reach out to your audience and tell them, for every person out there, subscribe to partscountergurus.com on the YouTube channel. All right. Subscriptions, man. We live and die by those. They're free to your audience, but they're priceless to us.
Nice job, Jay.
Okay. You got it. No problem.
All right.
We're going to see that.
Leonardo, I'm going to take us out here. I'm going to get you to finish my sentence. We're going to do this together, all right? Here it comes. So, everybody, thanks for watching. Until next time. I'm going to start this, and I want you to finish it. You're going to know what to say, I promise. That is the band Rhasalon way over there. That's Jay to my left. Until next time, hit the gas, change the gear.
The sound of metal is audio here.